Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily news and editorial analysis, which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. The most important news and editorial of the day will be discussed in this session. Let's get started with news topic list. Today is 14th of April. The first news is India first bullet train trial likely to start from 2026, and this would be finally coming up with the execution by 2027. Second news, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs have given nod to extend the Gram Swaraj scheme. We'll see the detail about this as well. Third, panel deliberates on a bill to raise marriage age for women. Second last, center lays down norms for the quotas in promotion. And the last is an editorial that the key phrases focus on the features for the future. So we'll understand the detail about this particular editorial, which focuses upon the rising cases of diabetes in female. Apart from this, at the end of this video, there will be MCQ based question. These questions will be based on current affairs that will help you for the upcoming prelims examination. So without any further delay, let's get started. And if you are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, if you find this video informative and helpful, do not forget to press a like button. Just to tell you about our prelims test series, those of you who will be appearing for the upcoming prelims examination, you can get 60 high quality tests. I have provided a dedicated link in the description section. आप वहाँ पे जाके चेक कर सकते हैं और अपने आप रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं इस कोर्स को परचेज करने के लिए. The first news of the day, India first bullet train likely to start from 2026. This particular news is important for General Studies paper 3, that is economy and issues related to planning, mobilization, resource growth and development. So according to the National Speed Rail Corporation Limited, chairman ने एक फाइनल ऑफिशियल कंफर्मेशन दिया है कि जो बुलेट ट्रेन की ट्रायल होनी है दैट वुड बी कंडक्टेड एट द स्पीड ऑफ 350 किलोमीटर पर आवर एंड कंपैरेबल इट विल बी टेकिंग ऑफ अ स्पीड ऑफ अ एरोप्लेन. सो व्हाट एरोप्लेन स्पीड इज ऑपरेटिंग इन इंडिया, उसी स्पीड पे यहाँ पे बुलेट ट्रेन काम करेगी, विच इज़ अ गुड न्यूज़ कमिंग फॉर अ कंट्री लाइक इंडिया. दिस वुड बी द फर्स्ट ट्रेन दैट इंडिया वुड सी वेयर अ बुलेट ट्रेन इन द रूट ऑफ गुजरात. विल सी द डिटेल मैप ऑल्सो कि किस किस रूट में ये प्रपोज की गई है. So the such of first trial will be held between the Bilimora and Surat in Gujarat, followed by other sections. This is the National High Speed Railway Corporation, which is a body taking care of entire execution part of this railway. So they have built 200 to 250 pillars per month between the Bilimora and Surat region. Now slab track system बनाई गई है. The train will run on a sub track system, which is popularly known as NHSR technology, right? जहाँ पे construction of track ली जाएगी, which was patented by the Japanese government. And running at the speed of 350 km would be fit for this track. Using the design procurement from the Japan, जो construction है that is being done through the full span launching method. This is one of the most sophisticated bridge construction technology in the world. So यहाँ पे दो चीज़ आपके लिए important है. First, that it is using a slab track technology using the HSR, right? उसके अलावा the other point that is important is that it is using full span launching method, which is a sophisticated bridge construction technology. Directly we are importing this part और ideas technology transfer जो है वो Japanese government की तरफ से. Now feature of this train, basically this bullet train will have less time, although 350 किलोमीटर की स्पीड है तो जाहिर सी बात है ट्रेन की टाइमिंग कम होगी. Even more leg space and connectivity which would be denied on onboard aeroplanes. It will be a game changer for the traveler which would be competing on air travel. और अगर बात करें सर्विसेज की, this will come at the fare as par with the economy flight. जो economy खास करके फ्लाइट की जो प्राइजेस पे करते हैं उसी प्राइस में you can get the ticket for the bullet train, right? So this is something which government is coming up with this plan. Now bullet train corridors की अगर बात करें, so the total length of this bullet train corridor will be 508.17 km. This is what the government is planning to start with, and it is expected to take 2 hours 58 minutes to travel between Ahmedabad and Mumbai, right? Covering 8 stations in Gujarat and 4 stations in Maharashtra. So just to give you a map, these are the stations. From Ahmedabad will start. It will move on to Vadodara, Surat, Bilimora, Thane and Mumbai. 4 stations from Gujarat and 2 stations from Mumbai. So as I've told you, this is a collaboration between India and Japan. You can see both leaders there, and this is a train that is actually coming to India. Now talking about the world's longest high-speed train network, कहाँ पे है? The first is in China. चाइना लीड करता है विद 35,388 किलोमीटर्स. दिस नंबर इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, बट ऑल्दो अगर आप रैंकिंग ध्यान में रखें तो चाइना के बाद स्पेन, देन जापान, फॉलोड बाय फ्रांस, जर्मनी, फिनलैंड, इटली, साउथ कोरिया, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स एंड टर्की. इंडिया हैज जस्ट स्टार्टेड. अभी इस लीग के आने में हमें टाइम लगेगा. Now, CCA note for extend Gram Swaraj scheme. This particular news is important for General Studies Paper 2, Government Policies and Intervention for the Development of Various Sector and Issues Rising from it, Design and Implementation. So, what the central government has decided? So, recently the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved proposal to continue the Gram Swaraj Abhiyan. ये एक ऐसी स्कीम है जो improve करेगी पूरी गवर्नेंस पार्ट को पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशंस में. इसकी एक्सटेंशन की गई है which was expiring on 31st of March 2022 is actually expired, but government ने इसको extend किया है. फाइनेंशियल आउटले ऑलमोस्ट 5,911 करोड़ से, उसमें 3,700 करोड़ रुपीज would be coming from center and 2,211 crore would be coming from the state. So this is a bifurcation of the amount that is distributed between the center and the state. Aim क्या है इस स्कीम की? The scheme endeavored to work towards some of the most important aspect, that is poverty free and enhanced livelihood village, healthy village, child free villages, water sufficient village, clean and green villages, self sufficient infrastructure in village, socio economic village, village with good governance, or endangered development in the villages area. एडवांटेजेस जो गवर्नमेंट ने इस स्कीम को एक्सटेंड किया उसके क्या एडवांटेजेस हैं? सो दिस स्कीम वुड एक्सटेंड टू ऑल स्टेट एंड यूनियन टेरिटरीज, जहाँ पे जो पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, जो लोकल गवर्नमेंट है, जो कि ऑलरेडी नॉन पार्ट 9 एरियाज में आते हैं एंड वेयर दे वर नॉट एक्चुअली एग्जिस्टिंग, उसमें भी इसको एक्सटेंड किया जाएगा. एंड द स्कीम विल हेल्प 2.78 लाख रूरल बॉडीज, जहाँ पे जो इंडिया की कमिटमेंट है सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल के लिए इंक्लूसिव गवर्नेंस की तरफ, उसके तरफ एक ऑप्टिमाइजेशन एफर्ट्स होगी इंडिया की, वेयर इट वुड बी अचीव विद ऑल पॉसिबल रिसोर्सेज. सो इफ यू राइटिंग इन मेंस पेपर, मेक श्योर यू कोट अबाउट द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल एज वेल. Now, no permanent post has been created. So, no permanent post will be created under the scheme, and it will be based on the contractual human resources, may be provisionally overseen to implement the scheme, providing a technical support to the state and the union territories. Now, around 60 lakh elected representative functionaries are on the stakeholders with rural local bodies, including traditional bodies across the country, that will be directly benefiting from the scheme. Now, these are the features. You can pause this video. You can read out the entire important points here. Something which is important, that this was actually launched in way back in 2018. It has been extended to all states and union territories where PRI does not exist. So this is a very important factual point from the examination point of view. And again, the scheme include central component, which you can read out from it. Now, panel deliberate on bill to raise marriage age for women. This particular news is important for General Studies Paper 2, welfare schemes for the vulnerable section of the population by the center and the states. तो पार्लियामेंट्री स्टैंडिंग कमेटी ने कुछ चीज़ों को स्टडी किया है, एंड दे वर एक्चुअली स्टडिंग ऑन द प्रोहिबिशन ऑफ चाइल्ड मैरिज अमेंडमेंट बिल 2021, विच प्रपोज टू रेज द मैरिज की जो एज की वुमेन है उसको 18 साल से 21 साल करने की बात की गई, राइट. So the bill referred to the committee following the call for register of the scrutiny. The parliamentary committee, the House panel, has actually scrutinized and they've given their opinion and recommendations. So the center has appointed a task force in June 2020. Panel की क्या recommendations आई है on the marriage age? The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Education, Women, Youth and Sports has recommended for the age increase, which is something from 18 to 21, and even they call, अगर ये age में नंबर में इंक्रीज होती है तो इसकी बेनिफिट्स ये होंगे कि इट विल हेल्प टू इम्प्रूव द न्यूट्रिशनल स्टेटस ऑफ वुमेन, बेबीज, कर्ब इन्फेंट्स एंड मैटरनल मोर्टेलिटी रेट जो है इंडिया में, जो MMR की रेशियो है उसमें गिरावट देखी जा सकती है विद दिस स्मॉल डिसीजन बाय इंक्रीजिंग एज फ्रॉम 18 to 21. And it was on the basis of the task for recommendations that the Ministry of Women and Child Development introduces, and even it was referred to the standing committee following the greater scrutiny by the opposition party. एक्सेस टू एजुकेशन एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स है. तो पैनल ने कहा दैट रेजिंग द एज ऑफ द वुमेन विल आल्सो इनकॉर्पोरेट, कि वो वैसे बच्चे हैं जो आगे अगर पढ़ाई करना चाहते हैं, हायर एजुकेशन लेना चाहते हैं, तो उनको हायर एजुकेशन की तरफ भी जाने का मौका मिलेगा. एंड इवन दैट एज ब्रैकेट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प टू गेट एक्सेस टू द एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस. The bill has attracted the criticism from civil society, demanded there is a need to improve access to education, skill training, जो employment opportunities है, women's safety को strengthen करने की जरूरत है, and even the maternal health has to be improved in terms of infant mortality rate and जो maternal mortality rate है दोनों के numbers में reductions की भी जरूरत है. Now the center lays down norms for quota in promotion. This particular news is important for General Studies paper 2. That is government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from it, design and implementations. So the Department of Personnel and Training has asked all the union government and department to collect data on inadequate representations of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe before implementing the reservation policy in any government offices. This has been categorically stated by the Department of Personnel and Training. So recently DOPT ने अपने एक मेमोरेंडम में कहा है यूनियन गवर्नमेंट को that they have laid down the procedures that has to be followed affecting the reservation matter of the promotions. Now सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जजमेंट है इस कंटेक्स्ट में. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ऑलरेडी जजमेंट दी थी जिसमें कुछ 3 बातों पे ध्यान देने की बात की गई. द फर्स्ट इज कलेक्शन ऑफ क्वांटिफिएबल डेटा, दैट इज इनएडिक्वेसी ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ द शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट एंड शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब. Application on this data has to be there for separate cadre and roster has to be existed. These are the recommendations given by the Supreme Court to the Attorney General. And quantifiable data जो होगी that has to be collected and implemented in the regard of filling the vacancies. So जो data quantified होंगी उसको actually vacancy fulfill में मदद करनी. 2006 की भी worded है नागराज versus Union of India. They have brought creamy layer filter out of the ST and SC promotions. So if you're writing in mains paper आप इस तरह के example quote कर सकते हैं. Now, meeting conditions की अगर बात करें, in the order, the Department of Personnel and Training has said that all ministries and departments are required to ensure that the conditions are compiled before the implementing reservation and it would carry out the promotion on the basis of their own itself. And it has also said to ensure maintenance and efficacy of the administration, the promotion committee shall access the suitability of the office considered for the promotion. So the due process of educational qualification quality has to ensure, but it should not be a desperation in terms of giving promotion to SC and ST. Advantages की अगर बात करें, ये decision की क्या advantages होगी? The move is likely to benefit the central secretariat services who have not been promoted for past 6 years, and these central secretariat officers are from middle to senior management rank officer in the various ministries. There are some constitutional provisions because of the reason the ST, SC and other government stakeholders are looking forward for an equal level playing field for this people as well. तो आर्टिकल 14 में ये provisions हैं जहाँ पे ये कहा गया है कि constitutional guaranteed होती है before the like equality before law and equal protection for everyone. This is Article 14. Article 15 categorically state that there is a general prohibition and discrimination against any citizen in terms of caste, religious, sex and birth of place. Article 16(1), 16(2) के बारे में ये कहा गया that citizen equally should have provided opportunity in employment and appointment to the government offices. And Article 16 allow for reservation for ST and SC in promotion as long as the government believe that they are not adequately represented in the services. Now employees strength की अगर बात करें, जो टोटल सेंट्रल सेक्रेटेरिएट फोरम है उनके एसोसिएशन के मुताबिक almost there are 6,210 officers that are in the rank of section officer, under secretary, deputy secretary, director, joint directors, joint secretaries में इतने जो officers हैं उसकी strength 6,210 है. And this is a total strength as many as 1839 position is still there vacant which has to be filled immediately because again promotion जब तक नहीं होगी तो लोग वहाँ पे पहुँच नहीं पाएंगे. Now moving to the editorial part of the day, that is key phrases on the focus of the future. This is important for general studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of it. So under this editorial, I'll be discussing 5 important subheads. That is the global burden, reason for increase in diabetics, diabetics during pregnancy, intervention required, and windows of opportunity. The entire editorial focuses upon diabetics during the pregnancy. सो नोवल कोरोना वायरस की पेंडेमिक को अगर देखें, ये एक आई ओपनर है हमारे लिए कि किस तरह से ग्लोबल पब्लिक हेल्थ इज पाइवोटल फॉर एनी कंट्री एंड बेसिक हेल्थ केयर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज एसेंशियली रिक्वायर्ड टू ओवरकम एनी प्रॉब्लम, एनी टाइप ऑफ पेंडेमिक दैट इज अराइजिंग इन द कंट्री. तो कम्युनिकेबल डिजीजेस की अगर बात करें, इस बार के कोविड-19 ने हमें कम्युनिकेबल डिजीजेस के बारे में तो बताया ही है, बट दिस इज अ टाइम दैट वी ऑल्सो नीड टू फोकस अपॉन the non-communicable diseases that is arising, right? So this editorial focuses upon the non-communicable diseases, especially like obesity, diabetics, hypertensions, heart diseases sweeping across the world, right? And this editorial specifically focuses upon the diabetics, which is a problem for a country like India. Not only for India, globally this is a problem. So global health burden की अगर बात करें, the diabetes mellitus is illustrated as the best example for the burden of non-communicable diseases, in the medical term we call it diabetics mellitus, although common name diabetics कहते हैं. Diabetics is a disease which is characterized by the increase in the sugar level, which is also known as hyperglycemia, and it is eventually the blood vessel which cause damage to the vital organ of the body. कौन कौन से organ defect हो सकते हैं? Heart, eyes, kidney, nerves, and brain. So we need to take care of our blood sugar level. If your blood sugar level is increased, you would be a man. Your body would be definitely giving an impact to all these organs, right? So in the year 2021, the prevalence of diabetics was estimated, and International Diabetic Federation has said that almost 537 million people are affected. रीजन फॉर इंक्रीज इन डायबिटिक्स बहुत सारे ऐसे रीजन्स हैं, बट कुछ प्रोमिनेंट रीजन जो है वो एजिंग पॉपुलेशन, अर्बनाइजेशन, जेनेटिक प्रीडिस्पोजिशंस, न्यूट्रिशनल डिफिशियंसी एंड लाइफस्टाइल ट्रांजिशंस. So make sure if you are an individual who is witnessing any symptoms, you need to take care of yourself and your health. Now, health risk की अगर बात करें, देख सकते हो ये एज ग्रुप के वाइज बाइफर्केशन है, हर एज ग्रुप में किस तरह से बढ़ रही है. अगर ऑल एज ग्रुप्स में बात करें, मेल की जो नंबर्स है परसेंटेज में 12 है, फीमेल 11.7 एंड द रेस्ट एज ग्रुप टोटल इज 11.8. Now, diabetics during pregnancy is a very important concern for a country like India, where it has called for a severe attention during the pregnancy, and pregnancy-related diabetics encompasses for newly depicted diabetes that is going to pass in the fetus also, right? And the broader term is to use the hyperglycemia in pregnancy, which cover both. No, अगर आप बात करें हाइपरग्लाइसेमिया इन प्रेगनेंसी, तो यहाँ पे ऐसी ये चीज़ें हैं जो डायबिटिक्स के खास करके एग्जिस्टिंग के टाइम में और प्रेगनेंसी के बाद ये दोनों चीज़ों को मेजर करती है. द ग्लोबल प्रिवलेंस ऑफ HIP, दैट इज hyperglycemia in pregnancy, is 16.7% of all live birth in India, and 1 cut 4 birth is completed by HIP. So these are the concerns that definitely government and we as an individual, as an enlightened citizen, as an it's a moral duty to take care of our health as well. Now, intervention required, बहुत सारे चीज़ों की ज़रूरत है. We have to check the diabetics proportions, the reason for it. We need to take care for our body, good lifestyle, good nutritions, and to achieve this success, we need to commence before inceptions, before conceptions. We have to see, अगर आप pregnancy कोई भी individual अगर plan कर रही है, अगर वो female है, then she need to go before all the investigation of the sugar, and they need to consult the doctor before they actually conceive, right? So women having pre-diabetics, blood sugar values need to maintain it to the normal level before the conception. Prior conception से पहले उनको सारी चीज़ों sugar level को maintain करना होगा, and they should also maintain a healthy weight. And first trimester in the pregnancy is critical because vital organ of a human body is developed. तो एक बच्चे में पिछले फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर जो फर्स्ट 3 मंथ होते हैं उसमें सारे वाइटल ऑर्गन, ब्रेन, हार्ट, जितने भी ऑर्गन्स होते हैं ह्यूमन बॉडी में, उसके डेवलपमेंट फर्स्ट 3 मंथ्स में ही होती हैं. ये बातें बहुत ज़रूरी है, दैट यू मस्ट नो एंड मेक पीपल, अदर पीपल अवेयर एज वेल. तो विंडो ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी की अगर बात करें, द टाइम अराउंड द कंसेप्शन ऑफर द विंडो ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी टू ऑप्टिमाइज द मेटाबॉलिक स्टेटस ऑफ अ वुमेन इन द रिप्रोडक्टिव एज. और जो हेल्थ ऑफ ऑफस्प्रिंग है ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, विच विल डिपेंड अपॉन द मेटाबॉलिक हेल्थ ऑफ अ प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन. इफ मदर इज नॉट हेल्दी, then the child is not going to be healthy, and if she is possessing diabetic mellitus, then this is going to pass on the baby as well. So testing related diabetic during pregnancy is essentially required, and this vicious cycle in the transgenerational transmission has to be overcome and significantly bring down expanding the burden of diabetics and other non-communicable diseases in India. A brilliant editorial, if you have been asked in the examination, आप ये सारे aspects examination में ज़रूर cover करेंगे. Now moving to the MCQ questions of the day. Before I proceed, just to tell you the answer of yesterday's question. For first question, the correct option is C. For second question, the correct option is A. Today's MCQ for practice, आपको बताना है National Science Day की कौन-कौन से statement correct है. The first is it is celebrated every year to commemorate the discovery of Newton law. And this इस बार की जो theme थी 2021 की is Future for STI Science Technology Innovation Impact on Education Skill and Work. So if you know the correct answer, well and good. If not, you can check out and search for Google. Now, नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन रैंकिंग फ्रेमवर्क, आपको बताना है नीति आयोग ने इसको इस्टेब्लिश किया है या नहीं 2015 में. दिस फ्रेमवर्क आउटलाइन द मेथडोलॉजी फॉर रैंकिंग द इंस्टीट्यूशन अक्रॉस द कंट्री. सो दिस इज समथिंग अगेन इंपॉर्टेंट. विल बी डिस्कसिंग द करेक्ट आंसर टुमारो. For time being, this was the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, you can let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video.